Holy shit, dude. I didn't know the fucking... Just gonna get a couple extra ones in just because, dude. Apparently this is me testing the mic quality for our audio viewing experience for our viewers, our tens to zeros of loyal viewers. And I gotta hear about it because it's fucking... Apparently this is just... I don't even hear it, dude. Now I barely hear it.
Leave it in here for 5 minutes. Just
below. Listen, dude, it wasn't all that, dude. I was just perfectly placing it because
you had to take it and put it up to your mouth and fucking put it here, set it here to test the audio
I'm
quality.
testing odds, dude.
Over a year after we bought it.
Yeah, I was just trying to see what we could do.
About how
you move it. I feel like I
should-
put it in the perfect spot,
need
and
to
every time
fix
you
it
game,
now.
you move it, and then it's just not the same, dude. There's no consistent quality, bro. If Armed Ape was here, he'd be disappointed because this is low quality right now. The fact that Armed Ape isn't here, but also me wanting to position the microphone so we could both be heard equally on our podcast that we love, that we enjoy
Maybe
and
heard
favor.
equally if you didn't yell constantly.
I'm not fucking yelling. I got a point to
That'd be
prove.
fine.
I'm
Like,
fucking-
that'd be fine. It wouldn't be an issue.
Listen, dude, maybe if you spoke up once in a while, Jesus. Fucking world's best podcast, but worst podcast at the same time, which makes it we're the best at being the worst, so we still
All
win.
that I'm saying is there is a way for us to each have our separate mics.
Yeah.
According to the podcast, bro.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like $300-400 at the minimum.
Okay.
And we're only going to be running this podcast for another like 2 months.
You and the mouse in your pocket, dude?
Me and you.
I'm running it
Afterwards,
myself.
you can do whatever the fuck you
I'm running
want.
it myself.
Afterwards,
I'm taking
I'm
over. I'm
talking
going to
about
get this so
we
monetized.
will be running it for 2 months at the most.
Dude, I quit the podcast
And then-
3 years ago. I don't
well,
know
we
why
both
I'm
did.
even still here.
But like, we still
The
keep
only-
going back.
The only
Who
reason I'm
owns it
here
at
is
this
because of
point,
Joe
man?
Morgan, dude, and he don't even watch anymore.
Shit.
Yeah. But yeah.
Super shit.
Super shade, dude. He's about as shady as one of those dudes that wears shade inside when it's dark out.
You like G.O.A. right now?
No.
Yeah.
I'm protecting my eyes, dude, from the fucking government rays that are being beamed through that camera.
Or the government rays that are being beamed through your sunglasses right now, bro.
Nah, these are ANSI rated, so
Are they, though?
The ants can't get me, I think.
Are
is
they
how that
though?
works.
Are they anti-rated though? Because Oakley doesn't say so.
Listen,
They just
the
say
picture on the web,
impact protection.
yeah, which you know what ANSI ratings have to do with? Impact protection.
You know what is impact protection, bro?
Hmm.
It's an impact. It's protected.
Well,
It's
that's
fucking-
because you
I-
had it in the bag.
I ain't
If you
trusting
didn't have it
this
in the
person.
bag. It would have broke, probably.
Damn, it's broke.
Show him the other ones. Show him the other ones.
What, the broken
Mr.
ones?
Pit Vipes over
The
here.
broken ones? That's what I'm showing right now. So damn, it's broke. The fucking dog ate my sunglasses.
Squid Vipes over here.
Dude, they still work. bro.
Imagine, dude.
It's still up
Speaking
there.
of which,
Can't
the
even tell
dogs
shit.
are still, the freaking Doges are still outside.
Yeah, fuck them.
Okay. Eating Pit Vipes are on punishment
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Poor little dogs. You know it was Opal for sure?
Yeah.
Typical. Typical, dude.
Good for nothing.
Typical
ass
Mondays, you know?
dogs.
Typical Mondays. Nobody likes Mondays.
Yeah,
But yeah, dude, so you got another pair on the way,
I
dude.
do.
But they're made, the Pit Vipes, dude.
I got another pair that's already here,
Right,
too.
right. But the Pit Vipes, though, made in China.
Yeah.
Okay, Hero. Which most of everything is fucking made in China. The fucking phone you're watching this on is made in China. The fucking laptop, the computer, the microphone, the computers we're using, all the fucking cables and cords, everything's fucking made in China, right?
Yep.
But try and buy American as much as possible, as often as possible, or German or something, you know, something nice, something well made, something worth the money, even
Something
if
not
more
Chinese.
expensive. Yeah, anything but Chinese, right? Because fuck them. But that being said, at least they are outright and in the forefront with their communism.
Yeah.
But America just likes to, no, this is it's not socialism, dude. It's democratic socialism, dude. It's different. It's never been tried here. It'll work. Everything. It's a utopia, dude. You down for a utopias, bro?
Yeah, definitely.
Fucking rainbows and unicorns and shit. We already got there's a gay fucking pride fucking parade every other Tuesday. The fucking. But either way. But yeah, the Oaks, dude. And we looked into this earlier. We delved deep into our T&E. Okay, and they do claim that originally they were all made in the U.S.
Yep.
And then as the years went on, much like many companies do, they started outsourcing to China and Italy. Italy got no problem with it. Love me a Benelli.
Yeah.
Any day of the week. Love me a Beretta. Which is actually fucking some shit with the fucking Berettas, dude. The fucking that broken Beretta came back broke for like the third time now. So that's a whole thing. But it's a USA-made Beretta, which is the problem. Fucking make them shits in Italy, people. But that's coming out on the old TT Chan. Just a quick little video showing what the fuck's going on. And it's fucked up. It's fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
It's 3 times. 3 strikes and you're out, my dude. But, like, that's such a bad hit against Beretta because, like, they're the oldest firearms manufacturer in history, and they're also one of the best, I would argue. But besides the point, I don't know how we got from pit fights to Beretta. But the fucking... So the Oakleys, these are the Radar EVs, and they're, like, $200-something.
$210 to $230.
The pit vipes are, like, $100-something.
Or less.
Okay. And they actually got a sale running currently. You're not going to be able to catch it because it's only for a few more hours.
But there's
and
probably
you
another
won't
sale
see
tomorrow
this.
anyways.
Right. That's how they get you. And yes, the website is real. It looks fake as shit, but it is real. But not the Jew kind. The fucking over people's heads, dude. It is real. Bars, dude. That's bars, bro. Double, triple entendres just off the top, not even trying. Either way. But yeah, it's main China. Supposedly 70, now currently to this day, 70% of Oakley parts. They don't tell you what parts, but 70% of Oakley parts are made in the United States of America, which 70% is a majority no matter which way you split it. So there has to be some integral part of the glasses themselves made here, whether it's the lenses, the frames, the whatever. It's got to be something to that effect. But, you know, I could understand them getting little fucking Chinese hardware or what, you know. But I don't know. They don't tell you. They don't. We looked. They don't even say Oakley. Out of all people, Berry compliant, fucking NSN numbered, issued to fucking troop and military law enforcement people all over the world. That's what I'm saying. They have to be at least bare minimum mil spec, whatever that is for eye protection. So, you know, I mean, because otherwise, I don't think they would do it just for the cool points. You know, I mean, they're spending our taxpayer dollars, so I wouldn't put it past them.
Yep.
But regardless, yeah, that's, I mean, because their fucking website doesn't say shit.
Different lenses than what they're selling us too.
What do you mean?
Maybe they have actually ballistic rated lenses.
These are the semi-automatic version
that they're selling
of
to
Oakley
the
lenses. You're telling me
government.
These are not SBR to Oakley lenses.
Maybe
these are non-mil standard compliant Oakley lenses.
Might just be.
I like they feel pretty solid. I've had these for several years, and I've never had an issue, but I don't know. And it doesn't.
But you'd think if they had actual rating tests done,
or maybe they have, and they're just like, "Yo, we're Oakley, we're like the gold standard," and they're just like, "Go fuck yourself."
But also, I see that they don't have any fucking claims as to what the actual safety spec is, and I tell Oakley to go fuck themselves.
I feel you. Yeah, I appreciate that. And I'm much the same in my thinking, but again, I have to believe that given, and I'm sure not all models, but some of their models, Berry compliant fucking issued shit, I would argue that they probably are good to go.
If you can get those as a civilian.
I don't know why.
They could be like
iPro
could be completely
fucking technology
dude.
would be.
Who knows, bro?
Well, yeah, but at the same time,
so probably charging the fucking government $1,000 plus for a fucking pair of sunglasses.
Yeah, you can.
Maybe they're fucking different. Who knows?
I don't know.
Like, do your Oakleys come with an NSN number on the fucking glasses?
If they were certain models, they might. I don't know. I've never really looked for an NSN number on the it would maybe it's got to be either made in America or mostly made in America for that to be. So I mean, 70% would be mostly made in America, which again leads me back to my point that like because they're issued glass, we could probably Google this, but because they're issued glasses or
that
whatever,
70% of the actual full construction of the glasses, or that's 70% of the parts? Is in 7 out of 10 of the parts are made in the U.S. So is that fucking 3 out of 10 parts going to be like that screw, the spring, and the fucking folding back in the hinge in your fucking frame? That's the 3 out of the 10 parts in those sunglasses that are made in the USA. And the rest is Chinese.
I don't know.
Is it
But
that 90% of their glasses are fully made in China with a few tiny American parts and the rest are made entirely in the USA? Who the fuck knows, man?
No, I know.
It's so entirely vague, and they're not going to be upfront with you.
Right.
Just like they're not going to be upfront with the actual safety protection.
Right. Well, I'm sure we could find it somewhere.
Maybe.
And there, I mean, it's...
But if we have to dig for it,
no, right.
that's some bullshit.
But again, I feel as if it might even stayed on the lenses.
If it has an actual safety rating, you would think they would advertise it as, you know.
Yeah, but
they don't.
I'm just saying from the picture, and pull it up, please. Because from the picture that they give you to encourage the impact protection on their sunglasses is it leads me to believe that they're pretty heavy duty. Like it's just that dude, if whatever's going on in that picture, if that dude can withstand that wearing some Oakley sunglasses, then I think we'd be all right, dude. I think we'd be all right. I don't know, but it looks pretty serious. So if anything, if it's not specifically stated, and they might have, we don't know, maybe it's not individual on all theirs, maybe it's impact protection showing that that's a feature, but somewhere else on the website they define what that means. We haven't really looked for that. I don't know. Not defending them. But again, I believe them to be properly ANSI rated. But I don't know. Maybe they just got a shit website. I have no idea. Or maybe they're fucking bullshit and you get fucking strapped to the eyeball and die. Who knows? But they look cool. But at least 70% made in the U.S. supposedly. Where with that, you're getting nothing but China, dude. And the fucking their testing paperwork looks super sus. That shit looks forged as fuck and photoshopped in a mug. Here, go back at the bottom, dude.
Yeah, hold up. Their paperwork looks photoshopped as fuck.
I'm not talking about the fucking cool picture here.
That's all you get from Oakley. Wait. That's all you get from Oakley as far as the impact protection so far.
Extreme high mass and high velocity circumstances to ensure uncompromising protection across a wide range of demanding conditions. So, here, no, go up. Oh no, it was on the other one. Go back. It said something about military and law enforcement. See if we could go down. Right here, Oakley standard issue. Click on them motherfuckers and see what they are. You gotta have a fucking .leo fucking address to fucking get on this bitch? Are they cucking us on the fucking glasses, bro?
See? Oh, I was right. Here we go. Now I get ballistic rated fucking Oakleys.
These are the same ones, dude.
From this shit.
Oh, the M frames, yeah.
Now you get the actual fucking mil-spec ballistic shit. So no, yours ain't fucking nowhere near ballistic rated.
It's antsy. It's
They won't let you fucking...
I'm gonna shoot them with a pellet gun.
They won't even let you buy their fucking ballistic shit. Then, get the pit vibes.
Yeah, but this is
the 87 plus ballistic.
So right? They say.
Okay.
So they say.
So...
This
Colts Laboratories, precision testing definitive results.
Photoshopped as shit, my dude. Did you read every word, or are they not just poking fun?
No, look at this. Is legitimate fucking... What?
That looks photoshopped as fuck, dude. And this looks
How like else are you going to get a picture of the fucking sunglasses on?
That looks like goofy-ass fucking font for a professional laboratory testing document is what the fuck it looks like. I'm just saying, dude. These will take fucking 6. I'm gonna shoot it with a pellet gun.
So Pit Viper, you get, even if it's photoshopped because they put a stock image of the glasses,
photoshopped as fuck
on the paperwork.
Yeah.
right? Because they put a stock image of the glasses on the paperwork, so it's photoshopped. It's all fake.
I want to see the actual glasses and what they look like after they're testing.
Still, Oakley gives you impact protection with a
China.
completely photoshopped image.
Yeah, but fucking that's
So
the same thing. They're both photoshopped
unless you
images.
sign up for their special website for military law enforcement first responders, and then you can actually get the
Dude,
fucking
we're
most
all
degraded
first
shit.
responders because you are at 100% of your own emergencies, and guess what, motherfuckers? You're the first ones there. So we're all first responders.
Tell that to Oakley.
I'm gonna fucking tell them, dude. I'm gonna write them a fucking strongly worded letter. Do they not even let you shop?
Nope, you have to sign in or register for their shit in order to fucking buy any of this shit.
Nah, dude. I've seen these motherfuckers on the shelf before, dude. You can get M frames. The bomber ones are cool as shit. The gas can with the bombers, those are fucking sick. But they got multicam and multicam black. What's going on? I think there was multicam black all the way down. What is that?
Airplane art?
Yeah. No. It almost looked like multicam black, but the fucking yeah, dude. That's fucking ridiculous, dude.
Look at my random guess as to why they don't tell you what impact rating.
I mean,
the
it's almost
glasses
it's
are.
self-explanatory, dude. Because
Being
any fucking
correct.
company that's not being upfront, but still, and I wonder how much these motherfuckers. They're probably super cheap too, because it's for the cops.
Yeah, probably.
But fucking these are like $200 something, and but then now that really does, because I wear these shooting all the time.
Yep.
But they've got to be somewhat fucking the Z87 or whatever the fuck the other shit is.
Like I said, you'd think if they had some sort of rating to them, they'd state as such, you know?
Pause the video and let's YouTube this to see if somebody has shot them with a BB gun.
Oh, man. So how do you feel?
Oakley is a scam, dude. They look good though.
Oh, man.
The fucking
Oh, man.
so we just watched testing
From Oakley.
from Oakley themselves, and we would have shared it with y'all, but we would have been copyright stricken.
Yeah.
And well,
Almost
actually, that
guaranteed.
was Sport RX. It wasn't Oakley, unless they own Sport RX.
I'm assuming, considering they say we only use plastic.
I don't know.
Lenses.
Who knows? I don't know.
So,
Either way, the fucking they were testing to Z87 standards,
yes.
which is not ballistic, but it's a step beneath it, and it did pass. It passed. It passed.
So, the first test was they had a little BB.
It was not a little. It was a ball bearing.
It was a small ass
a
ball
ball
bearing,
bearing.
then, bro. The small ass ball bearing.
It was a small ball.
It was a
bearing,
Red
but they're
Ryder.
Dense. It was not a Red Rider, dude. Can't shoot ball bears out of a fucking Red
It was
Ryder.
being shot at 150 feet per second.
Yeah, it's a dense ass little ball bear.
And by their wording, is supposed to mimic like a small rock being thrown up by a truck passing by.
Yeah, it's dangerous out here, dude.
The first one scratched the lens. The second shot broke the shit.
It did not break it. It was a
They-
joke.
They said that it didn't break it.
It didn't break it.
And that they just brought the same pair out into the next test, which was a blunt impact test. But the second pair did not have that scratch that the first pair got in the first shot. Either I didn't see it before.
They're
they put it through the
scientific
test.
testing machines,
And
and
the second
accuracy,
time
the
they
precision
put it
of
through
it all.
that when they took it out of the test where it had a big ass fucking dent in the shit from where the fucking shit hit it, that scratch was also not visible from the first test. And so you can say that they were just that exact precise by dropping the spike
listen,
through a clear PVC
I think that's
tube.
the whole. I think that's the whole.
It was so precise
I think that's the whole idea
that
behind it all.
hit in the same
Because-
exact spot as the first
No, it's
one.
because the
and the second one
consistency.
also hit it in that same exact spot.
Well, that's
so
how
you
you
got
test
three
them.
different
That's
tests
how
in
you
the
test
exact
them.
same spot.
That's how you test them
Perfect.
because
You saw how they were testing.
they were
You
testing
saw
them very
how
consistent
how they
across the board.
They have a foam mannequin head
No.
slanted sideways. I watched them adjust the foam mannequin head when they took the first pair of sunglasses off. They had to reset it in place.
No, it's consistent.
Then put the sunglasses on that,
dude.
and it's
Then it
that
lines up
perfectly set up to where all three shots hit it in the same spot.
The way that so that's the thing about it, because that's how you get the rating. That's how you test them, because if it doesn't do it all in the same spot, then the structural integrity of the glasses themselves is at risk. So you have to test, because maybe you took one of those rocks to your shit, but it didn't break them. They're fine, whatever. You keep wearing them because you could deal with it. It's like fucking a little imperfection in your night vision tube, dude. You got a little fucking blotch or something, but yeah, whatever. And then you just keep wearing them. And then so if you get hit again, dude, if you got hit there once, you get hit there twice.
I'm talking about all the time, the copium. It's
no, dude.
Take another hit of that copium over there. Huh? It's all right, bro. It's all right.
No, fucking. That is sketch, though. Like, how the fuck?
Don't wear those as range glasses anymore.
I just be wearing them and feeling comfortable as shit.
just
comfortable as shit. I'm like
buy you
fully
some fucking
protected.
Tate Vipes for $75.
No, it's not even about
like just as Chinese made.
No, I got the fucking listen. The Cold Steel. What we should do is
this
shout
is
out to
70% of their fucking. This is the 70% of parts made in the USA is the shit they don't let you buy.
Yeah, it is.
That's it. That's a 70% of their parts.
I don't know that you can't not buy them though, because I've definitely come across some M frames in the wild, dude.
Maybe they still just don't have the protective glasses. The protective lenses.
They're just fucking robbing you.
Yeah,
straight for fucking.
They're just straight fucking.
Well, the Cold Steel Battle Shades though, those for sure are fucking rated as fuck. Those are ballistic fucking glasses, dude. Pull those up. I want to see what the fuck they got going on and how much, because they were like $50, dude. Cold Steel Battle Shades. Because we might have to pause and watch that video, because it's pretty impressive.
I would sell M frames on their normal fucking site. Don't look like. So what are they? The
Cold Steel Battle Shades, dude. And Cold Steel be testing shit. they be steady testing some shit, dude. I think I got the Mark 1s because I bought them a while ago. But either way. 66 doll hairs, dude.
Out of stock, though.
Made in shine. They got the little protective rubber pieces that you could keep in there or take out if you want. They got the case, the bag, all that. They're nothing special. They're just regular sunglasses, but...
they say Cold Steel on the side.
They do say Cold Steel on the
side. But they're plastic.
What is?
Sunglasses. They say Cold Steel, but they're plastic. False advertisement.
What do you mean?
There ain't no steel.
Right, but if it was, it would.
And it's cold. Probably hot out when you're wearing them, so they're not cold either.
Right. Well, but no, on Cold Steel's website, the YouTube video, you got to pull that up, dude. But these, I've had those for years. I got a pair of those. I don't usually wear them too much because, like, I don't know, they look like fucking gas station sunglasses. But like the test, look, there's even my video on the fucking Cold Steel Battle Shades, dude.
2016.
I've had those for fucking years, dude, and they're great, but like they just look like cheap gas station sunglasses. But that's also the vibe that Cold Steel gives off as a comp. But yeah, dude, they're shooting them with fucking all types of high powered pellet guns, and they're catching the bullet and fucking
I don't think they sell them anymore.
What?
Yeah, dude.
They discontinued? They were too good of a sun. I got a limited edition. They don't have sunglasses at all, dude.
Accessories. Sharpening shit and fucking...
Well, Lynn Tomps sold the comp, dude. He's no longer a part of the comp. And I knew they were going to go downhill ever since. But... yeah, dude. Oh, my God. They got 2 t-shirts, bro?
2 t-shirts, dude.
2 tees, bro. That's like me. They're fucking stealing my swag, dude. That's fucked up.
Yeah, dude. Just no more Cold Steel Battle Shades for you.
No, but pull up...
well, for
fucking
anybody else.
Pause the vid and fucking pull up the vid, dude.
Oh, my
God.
That's some shit.
Dude. A 300-pound knee to the face is what that says, dude. 300-pound knee to the face. Look at that. Perfection.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
That's fucking antsy rated if I've ever seen it.
Fucking,
God, that's marketing. That's fucking marketing.
fucking hitting the, but like I said, though,
300-pound knees
because
to the
those
face,
sunglasses are gonna definitely stop that baseball bat to the face from hurting you. That center block
No,
drop from
dude,
4
listen,
stories is gonna help.
If you get shot in the chest with a 338 Lapua Magnum, and your level 4 catches it, which some of them definitely can, you still are probably gonna die.
Yes.
So, like, it's just the idea that it will stop it, dude. 300-pound knees to the face, my dude.
But the biggest thing is,
That dude kneeing you in the face.
Hold up. My big. So with the ANSI testing, as we learned in that video from Oakley, right?
Very much research has been done tonight.
The glasses themselves have to retain the lenses and rigidity and everything like that.
Okay.
They shot it with the .177 caliber BB gun.
Pellet rifle.
Pellet gun.
Which typically a pellet gun is a step above a BB gun.
Yes.
More aerodynamic, more accurate, higher velocity typically.
But from point blank, and it caught it. It caught the pellet, the lead pellet that gets stopped in like a stiff
You could put
hoodie.
a lead pellet straight through a squirrel's fucking face.
No.
Yes.
No.
I've done it.
No.
I've literally done it.
I literally have seen it not work.
You're using the wrong pellets, dude. You better fucking order them online and stop buying the fucking Daisy Walmart shit.
The lens popped out with each shot. Therefore, it would have failed the ANSI rating if that had happened. And even in a lot of the tests, the lenses popped out. The fucking first test with the cinder block, the fucking whole frame broke.
The frame didn't even break.
It did. Yes.
Look at how cool that dude looks. Look at how cool that fucking guy looks.
So
right there.
I don't even think that these glasses would even be considered ANSI Z87 plus fucking rated.
Battle shades. Listen, I emailed Smith Optics, dude. They're gonna fucking send me some fucking gogs. That stopped it, dude. What broke on the frame, dude? The lens popped out.
The dude's face behind it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you got hit with a sind block from fucking. Look at how cool that guy looks with his cold steel battle shades. Listen, I'm mostly trolling at this point, but my idea is that
just more of the copium from the Oakley failures.
No, I figured as much. I never looked into it. I assumed. I assumed.
So you assumed that they were actually
because from the video we watched, it's telling you that they are Z87, which even
that I think is bullshit.
Well, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know exactly. It looked like it was fine, other than the one time where the dude's like, "Oh, I broke it." But who knows if he actually broke it. I don't know.
He said after doing the fucking projectile test the second time, "Oh, I broke it." And they didn't show the glasses after that. But then they went to the next test and said, "Oh yeah, we already, shot these twice and put it in the fucking box or whatever the fuck they were using." But didn't show the glasses. At least very well. And I didn't see the scratch on the lens. Nor was there any
they're that
any
good
visible
that there
scratches.
Was no scratch on the lens, dude.
They showed the scratch after the first shot.
Yeah, but maybe since it hit it in the exact same spot,
it just fixed it.
No, you couldn't tell that there was a scratch because the accuracy was just so high. They were very precise in their measurements. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I saw their measurements. Didn't seem very precise.
I'm just saying, dude. All I'm saying, and I am mostly trolling, because much like everything, dude, I have multiple pairs of True Religion jeans. One, I don't ever wear them, but I just have them.
You should though.
I just have them because listen, I have them because they're supposedly made in America and hand stitched, and that's something I can support. Yeah. And they're a little bit gaudy.
Yeah.
But and it was more of a meme thing, and it's kind of like a collector thing too. Like I collect a lot of things. Like I have. It's not just guns and fucking knives and shit like that. Like, it's just random shit. Like, I have, some very expensive Jordans just for no reason. Yeah. Because growing up, I was a basketball fan. And so, Michael Jordan was the greatest player to ever play the game. Fuck a LeBron, dude. But I don't even fuck with that I don't fuck with that basketball American lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but like,
Rock a pair of Jordans, the True Legend jeans tomorrow to work.
no,
No balls.
no, dude, I'll
No
get
balls,
fired.
dude. Nah, dude, they're with the times now.
I'll have to fight. Right. I'll have to take a drug test or something.
Yeah, yeah.
What kind of drugs are we testing? But the fucking, yeah, dude, just shit like that. Like I fucking like old GI Joes. Got a few of those. Fucking Hot Wheels, bro. Legos. Fucking Pokemon card. With like just collectible shit.
Yeah.
I'm into. I got a stamp collection, bro. I got a coin collection. Whatever the fuck. So, but like, and most of it's just fun.
Yeah.
Finding the shit to complete the collection or to advance or progress the collection or whatever. And, the history and the stories behind it and, where it comes from. And, oh, this thing was only made for 1 year and there's only so many of them out there. And to have one of them, whether it's a gun or a car or a whatever, a coin, a stamp, a pair of shoes, a piece of clothing, a fucking whatever. Like, it's cool. Because that in and of itself is limited. It's a piece of history in the sense that this thing was made. There was only so many of them made, and regardless of what people thought about them, good, bad, or otherwise, like it's a thing. It exists, and there's only so many of them out there. So if you yourself, for whatever reason, enjoy that in the least bit, and you have one of them, compared to the small amount that are actually out there, and event shit breaks. Shit gets lost, shit gets stolen, shit gets fucked up, shit gets refinished. You could have a beautiful fucking World War I, World War II Colt 1911, but somebody had it nickel plated in the 70s. It's not worth shit. There's no more, like, if you want to get it cheap to go shoot it and mess around with it or customize it and fuck with it, fine. But, like, the historic value is gone. The fucking, because and anything too, like, yeah, you might have a fucking 100-year-old pistol and it's rusty and the finish is worn off and all that shit. That's just good honest wear. It's worth more with the original factory finish, tarnished or not, than it is for you to go refinish it to make it look brand new again, because it's not. Because it wasn't Colt that did it in fucking 19 Diggity at 2. It wasn't fucking Smith & Wesson. It wasn't fucking Winchester. It wasn't fucking whoever. So, and a lot of people don't realize that. And it's one thing if you're fucking actually using the shit all the time and like you want it to have a functional finish on it, like it's a tool, which a lot of these things are when we're talking guns and knives and whatever, even if they are exorbitantly expensive.
Yeah.
Like I brought it into work today. We were fucking shooting it. My Staccato, my STI or whatever. It's an STI, but it's the same thing. They just changed the name, but that's my competition gun. I got over fucking 10,000 rounds through it. It's the cheapest Staccato you can buy is $2,000. The finish is worn off that motherfucker in a lot of in the high wear areas to the point where it actually like flash rusts. Like it'll just like I'll go out and shoot. It'll be fucking 90 degrees out. We're outside shooting and fucking sweating on it all day. And then I go home and the fucking beaver tail grip safety is orange. And so I put some CLP on it and brush it off and whatever, and then I leave it in the safe and it's fine. But like it's all there's no finish left on the beaver tail. The safety's fucking worn down. The fucking all that. But that motherfucker shoots. It damn near shoots itself.
Yeah.
So, and I barely clean it. I've never replaced a spring on it, which I probably should.
Yeah, maybe.
Fucking crack a frame or some
idea.
shit. But if they got a lifetime warranty, be alright. But but like,
So they watch this video. Goodbye a warranty.
Listen, if anything, this is a testament to fucking go spend some money with it. But and on top of all that, it's a 1 of 62 guns ever made, and I have serial number 61. I actually have that bitch with me. I think I should at least.
Hopefully have the shot.
Hopefully, yeah. Because we were shooting it, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's an STI Hawk 5.0. So this is towards the end of when they were, can't even see it, STI, like a couple of years
Like
later.
We need more light or something.
Listen, it's too light at night, dude, and it's way too bright. But so this was it's a basic gun. There's nothing too crazy going on with it. It's not nearly as flashy as some of their other guns, although a lot of dudes take the guns and then have them further customized. But this motherfucker is accurate as shit. Everything about it is perfect. It's like grease shit on ice as far as the operation. You could air rack this bitch every time. It's just everything about it. It's just well built, and it lasts forever. Like again, I have 2,000 fucking. I mean, look at the barrel hood, dude. I just you can't even see it. You people can't even see it. But like I don't ever do anything to this gun other than drop a couple drops of lube on it, and she just keeps fucking shooting in the same hole. So, and never skipping a beat. And so, it's one of my favorite guns, and it shoots really, really, really well. And it's cool as fuck that it's one of 62 guns. I'm sure maybe there were more in the run. I would like to think that they went up to at least 69, and like just the employees and the owners and shit got those.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. But yeah, 61 out of 62 ever produced in the world. Less than 100 in the world. And I beat the piss out of this. I don't fucking take care of it. Like, I take care of it enough. Like, when it needs to be cleaned, I'll clean it. But, like, it doesn't need to be cleaned a lot. It works like a Glock, but it looks, feels, and shoots like a 1911. And you can't ask for more than that. And it's gay, because it's 9mm, as opposed to 45, which is the Lord's caliber. But, it does hold 21 plus rounds. And it's very soft shooting, and the ammo's way cheaper. So when you go shoot competition once a month and it's 300 rounds or whatever, you know, it adds up. But the fucking the gun shoots great, and like they will for real. I called them too because I was like, yo, like now since my gun says STI and your gun says staccato, like do I still have a warranty with it? They're like, no, dude, like you send the gun in, we'll fucking...
dude, you got no warranty.
Right,
anymore.
they're like, fuck you, dude, you want to buy some Oakleys? But the fucking... But yeah, they're like, we'll refinish the gun, refurb the gun, whatever. I asked them about getting a 40 caliber slide fit to the gun, because then I would get more points for shooting major power factor in USPSA limited division. But, it was like as much as what I paid for the gun to have that done. And I was like, well, for that money, I'll just buy a second gun. And then so too, since I shoot limited, which means everything goes except for a dot, a comp, and your magazine length has to be 140mm, which is in this gun, 21 rounds. Plus one in the pipe if you top it off, 22, but usually I just shove the mag in there, load and make ready, and so I got 21 rounds in the gun. Where most people shooting CZs have 18, maybe 20, so I get more rounds in them, plus the gun is way better looking, performing. It's made in America, unlike their communist Euro trash. But yeah, the fucking, they just shoot. And this is even, in the grand scheme of things, the Staccato XC, the comped one, which is like an open gun, and it's optics ready. You put a dot on it. That motherfucker's like $4,500.
Yeah.
And this is basically like a Staccato P, although probably better because back in the day too, when they were still STI, these were still like custom guns. Now they're more production guns or like semi-custom guns or whatever, but like really, really good tight tolerances, and like they're awesome. Even the new ones they're worth every penny for sure. But having a gun like that, a lot of people would not even fucking shoot the gun. And that's what I struggle with a lot with some of my guns, is that you're robbing yourself at least 50% of the entire experience by not shooting it. But some shit is irreplaceable. Like I can't get one of these because it's 1 out of 62, but if I could go
you
get,
just have to spend a lot more money.
Right. I don't even know if they're out there, dude.
It's not there, dude.
That's what I'm saying, dude, because there's only fucking 62 of them, dude. In the world, bro.
Not exist, bro.
You can't even get one if you wanted to. You couldn't even get one, dude.
Not right now, at least.
Well, what do you mean?
Potentially.
Right. maybe somebody lists one tomorrow.
Who knows?
Maybe it's me for like an exorbitant amount of money.
Yeah, dude, like 15,000, come and get it.
Right.
You're
Well,
still paying shipping.
Right. Most definitely paying shipping, dude, for sure. But yeah, I mean, but I don't fucking, I care about this gun a lot. I love this gun. Like, I've carried this gun. I've bet my life on this gun. It feeds ball. It feeds hollow point. It does whatever. You can fucking, well, they're not going to be able to see it, but like, there's so much dirt and debris.
And I'll say I just picked it up and moved it. And I had a black streak across my fucking...
It just keeps working, dude. It just, there's nothing. And
I just noticed it. That's why I was wiping my fucking hand off on my shirt.
grease shit on ice, dude. It's just... I might be able to do it from fucking... Oh. Air rack, dude. From a seated position, dude. From a seated position. So, it's just... But like most people would have a gun... Not that there's anything specifically... This was not storming the beaches of Normandy.
No.
But there's only 62 of them in the world. At least 62 that have been released to the public in the world. But I shoot the shit out of it. And I don't baby it in the least bit. I don't even really take care of it like you should a gun. But it's just my competition gun. It's a fun gun to shoot. It's not really like I'm betting my life to it, even though it's more than proven itself that it could. But, you know, it's like, then people spend $500 on a Glock and does the same thing, right? But there's no character to it. There's no history to it, per se. Yeah. There's no exclusivity. There's no... And I know motherfuckers that save Queen Glocks, bro. Like, what? So, but I do have guns, though. I do have guns that are old or collectible or limited and worth a good amount of money. Yeah. And with those guns, but that's the thing, though, is like, in theory, unless I absolutely have to for an emergency situation or whatever the fucking, you know, AutoZone girl gets frisky and all of a sudden without a kid on the way, who knows? Like, you know, for some existential circumstance that like would require some quick, fast money in a hurry. Yeah. I've got a multitude, a myriad, a plethora of things just lying around that could do that. I'd hate to ever see them go, and it would be a last resort, if anything. But you got to do what you got to do. But at the same time, like, own those guns, spent money on those guns. A lot of those guns, good money. A lot of the guns I got cheaper than what they're worth and all that, of course. I work in a gun shop. I get a discount. And also, like, I know a good investment when I see one or whatever, you know, when it comes to the gun shit. So, some shit I inherited.
Tell all the old men what the guns are worth in the first place, so it all works out.
I try and be as fair as possible, I really do. But the fucking... A lot of times, I'm like, yo, go to Freddy Bear's, bro. Because, like, he puts his shit straight on broker and, like, you can get more for it. So, just do that. But,
unless he wants to buy.
No, get the fuck out. Dude, I've never fucking ripped nobody off in my life, dude.
I'm not saying you ripped anybody off. I'm just saying you wouldn't let her walk out the door.
Listen, I'll get his number and call him later. We can do this off the books, bro.
I did that once.
But yeah, so the idea, though, that, like, you have these things, no matter what it is, I mean, we're obviously gun-centric, so, like, that's what we're talking about, but, like, it could be a car, it could be a bike, it could be anything, dude. Yeah. But the idea that you own these things, and you keep them nice and pretty and perfect and whatever, and it's always, like, the best example of one of those things.
Real quick.
Okay.
Kind of off topic,
okay.
But it's because, how the fuck did we get here from your fucking scam-ass Oakley sunglasses?
I have no idea. I have no idea, dude.
So, like, it's kind of off topic, but we are way off topic.
I have no idea. I'm glad you're bringing us back. Because I did want to reference that and talk about the fucking, the Surefire and the Streamlight shit. Yeah. Because now you reset my OODA loop, dude. Because now I have no idea how the fuck we got it. Like, we just fucking time travel. This has all been a simulation. Somebody leave it in the comments below if you know how the fuck we got to fucking save Queen and guns.
to your fucking Gene and Jordan collection to fucking
I have no
save
idea,
bleeding
dude.
against the eyes, which you're not.
I should do stamp collecting videos, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Be like, fuck, shout out to Nepa Gun Talk, dude. I don't know if you're still out there in the
Nepa
ether
Silver
somewhere,
Stacker
dude.
now, apparently not even talk about guns
Right.
to nobody.
But I don't even see that shit.
No.
Are we blocked?
He just
What the fuck
disappeared.
did we ever do, dude?
might
He's not even fucking, did he?
He didn't want degenerates like us in his comment
Degenerates,
sections.
bro.
You know?
I think it might have been the MAGA thing, to tell you the truth. I think he's a MAGA, ultra-right,
Yeah.
MAGA repubs.
Potential.
But shout out to Nepa. Love you regardless, buddy.
You may be wrong in some instances.
Right.
But we're all wrong sometimes. Except for me.
I feel like you're mostly wrong.
Nah, dude.
You're mostly
Nah, dude. When have I been wrong here tonight?
several times.
When have you been wrong here tonight?
I knew, but I never said I was right, though. So how could I be wrong if I never said I was right? All I said is I know that they make very compliant NSN numbered sunglasses. I assumed that these were ballistic rated, which apparently I guess they're not, but they are Z87, which is some kind of ANSI rating.
Which I still don't trust.
Well, either way, that's what they say. And supposedly 70% of them, of the parts, are made in America. The pit vipes are made in China. 100%. Much like Olight. We know how that works out. Stop buying Olight lights, people. Please.
That's fine for me.
Stop. Don't do it. Surefire or Streamlight. And then everybody's Gianni's gonna be like, oh, Mod Light. Ah, let's take Surefire, copy all their shit, and then charge you more money.
Let's get into Surefire and Streamlight and how
That's what I'm talking about.
Components are still made in China.
That was the transition. So Streamlight, which I have a Streamlight Micro Stream on me right now. Good little admin EDC style light. It's got a regular and a turbo mode. It's actually pretty bright for how small it is. It's micro USB rechargeable, okay, and it's excellent. This is everything you need for an EDC light. It can even accomplish defensive tasks if need be, especially if you're inside of a structure. But it's not meant for that. It's an administrative fucking, you're reading a map, you're fucking searching around camp, you're fucking whittling a twig, you're doing your little shit like that. But it works when you fucking drop your keys under the truck, or you fucking lost your vape, or whatever, you know, or you're fucking whatever, dude. So, and they're not crazy money and whatever, but the Streamlight stuff, Streamlight is traditionally issued to law enforcement agencies all across the world, but here in America for sure, most cops have a Streamlight TLR 1 or 1S or 1HL or whatever on their Glock, or whatever gun it is. And they're very proven in that aspect. I think that the TLR series, the 1 series with the toggle switches, while it's ergonomic, ambidextrous, and easy to use, it's also easy to use when you don't want to use them, and it's very easy to negligently discharge the light, which could give away your position, and then the whole squad dies because they didn't know you were there until then, and then they got there. Either way. But the lights, I would argue, and I'm sure you would agree, and especially price considered, but even if price was not considered and they were as much as a Surefire, or at least close enough to it, like where it wasn't, you could get 2 Streamlights for the price of 1 Surefire, I still think that they're always second best.
Yeah.
Across the board. When it comes down to actual life-saving equipment, weapon lights, you know, powerful handhelds, and plus they got a bunch of cool. A Streamlight Nano is sick, little keychain pocket light. The lanterns they got, the headlamps are pretty solid. They've got IR capable devices. They've got, you know, they have everything you could possibly need for an illumination device.
No, I don't have nearly as much fucking experience with Streamlight as you do.
Okay.
The only Streamlight products that I've had were like rifle lights, and then the one handheld that I got, and it was delivered to me busted. So.
By whom? Did you buy it used?
No. Bought it new.
Well, why didn't you hit him up?
It wasn't worth it.
It was totally worth it.
Wasn't worth the like $40 to fucking ship it back to him and shit. I wasn't gonna take the $40 light, pay the $15 shipping back to him.
I'm pretty sure they would have fucking sent you the parts or paid for the ship. Anytime I've only called
they pay for the
Streamlight
shipping
twice.
back. They won't pay for the shipping to them. Let's take this little $40 handheld light that I bought and pay another $15 just to get it right.
Well, did you buy it new?
Yes.
Direct from who?
From fucking
Because if it's Optics Planet, go fuck yourself.
I don't remember. I don't think it was. I think it was Midway.
I don't know. I'm saying this. I have more Streamlight products than I do Surefire.
Yep.
And I have a pretty good amount of Surefire products.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a fuck ton of those little G2X things.
Yeah.
Which really, I guess, don't count. But they do. Because it is still a Surefire light. It's a handheld, and like they're 300, 600 lumens, whatever they are. They're rubberized. They're fucking. You get them all different colors. You could actually mount them to a rifle. It makes a pretty good rifle light. They don't take the same tail caps, I don't think, with like the remote switches. But like if you're just using a push button, momentary, constant, whatever, it's fine. 1-inch diameter ring mount, you'd be all right.
Yeah.
But I've got a couple X300s. I've got an X400. I've got the helmet light. I've got handhelds, couple 3 to 5 handheld, like serious ones, and then I've got probably fucking 6 or 8 fucking
as far as the
G2Xs.
Surefires go, I got the 2 X300s. I have that little Tactician that I carry now, and then I had that fucking EDC
R.I.P. James Yag.
The EDC L2T or whatever the fuck it was that I sold to you 4 days after buying it because I despised that light.
I like it a lot. But that's on the ready rig right now, ready to go.
I'm just not a fan of the fucking UI on it, dude. Having to fucking twist the bezel to get it constant on type bullshit.
In a tactical defensive light, it's more important for momentary. If you have time to fucking search around and do whatever.
Me personally, though, I was going to carry that light on as a daily, as an EDC / whatever the fuck I need it to be.
Right, but it's an EDC in the sense of it's a cop light, it's a first responder light, it's a tactical.
But I carry one primary light that is my EDC light.
I carry 1, 2. I have 4 lights on me.
Majority of the jobs that I
have
no
4
lights right now.
Imagine, dude.
I got like
you might as well have an O light
because
that's the same as having no light.
But normally I have 3 lights on me. I have the Surefire and then the 2 keychain lights.
You don't have an in-between light?
No.
Why not?
Because the keychain lights that I got are just as bright as that fucking stream light you got there.
But I also have an I.S.R.A, EOS, whatever the fuck.
Also USB recharge.
What? So is mine on the one keys.
Yeah.
The one takes a AAA and then the other one takes a 5. And they're both fucking no light fucking pieces of shit.
Same.
But they're decent for what they are. And that is the extent, because even if it does blow up,
battery's pretty small.
Right, I'd be all right. But I mean, when it comes to serious use,
I think I carried an O-Light for how many years?
Yeah, but you don't do anything
How many
strenuous.
numbers of O-Lights have I bought and purchased and utilized?
Far more than you ever should have.
None of them have ever blown up.
Not a one. I don't know. Just you might be an anomaly, as they say.
Now that through night that I had, while in the holster that was provided with it, turned on and literally melted a hole through the holster.
That's because of such high candela. And with that much performance, getting that much performance.
Your through night that you have.
It's hot as fuck.
How many fucking times?
It's hot as fuck.
From going off in your fucking pocket and you reach in there, in your backpack, you reach in there and it burns the fuck out your ass.
Well, I keep it in the pocket. So at least
you
I
had
can get
it in the backpack the one time and it went on.
Yeah, but it's bright as shit. It's brighter than shit. But I'll tell you this, though. This is the same motherfucker that I froze in ice for over a month and then beat against brick until the ice was completely free of it, and it still works perfectly fine. And it's a micro USB Type-C rechargeable flashlight. So, to me, it's proven itself. It gives me a lot of spill, which I like for area search up close, because most of the time it's going to be fun. Or like,
if there were any light that's going to blow up, it's going to be one of those through nights.
I don't know. I think that since O-Light already has confirmed kills, I think that situation in and of itself would beg to differ. Can you say that?
Yes, 100%.
You can want to say that. That's what an O-Light fanboy would want to say.
No, you can 100% say that.
No, you would say that, though, naturally.
It's even won the lawsuits in court because
listen, we're getting
improper
yet
battery
again.
usage.
Yet again. Now we're talking about how Olight murdered people. But we're getting away from the idea of the original
Love
thought.
don't fit.
Don't fit, dude. What are you,
You
O.J.
must
Simpson? The fuck out of here.
They got off, dude. It was fine. They didn't do it. They weren't
like
like
O.J. Simpson. Boom, roast. Got him.
Proper battery usage could happen with any light.
Listen, while you might improperly use your bats,
I don't, which is why none of my lights have blown out.
I would argue that you probably, first of all, you're a lying sack of shit, because
what?
the one, you almost burnt the house down.
That I have improperly used one battery and it was not inside of a light.
Look, speaking
it was
of
not
nasty
inside
lights,
of a light.
it was on the charge. But
No,
either way,
no, it wasn't. It was in my hands.
Then how are you improperly using it?
Because I had a protected cell of the big ass fucking batteries that Surefire that 3-Night uses, and they only take the unprotected cell. So I was trying to remove the protection circuitry from that battery, and accidentally short circuited it, and it blew up in my hands.
Sick.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you were fine though.
yeah.
So
I fucking dropped it immediately while it was in flames. It hit my shirt, rolled off my short, burned a hole through my shirt, burned a hole through my shorts, through my shorts into the couch beneath me, and then onto the floor.
yeah, but you're
Yeah, I'm fine
a
now.
sick burial flip.
Before anything actually caught on fire, instead of just melting through everything, I fucking grabbed a pair of pliers and fucking picked it up, threw it out in the fire pit outside. And it burned
Which
for
is
another,
where
like,
it went
20
back, and
minutes.
then had a bonfire later that night
Yeah.
with me at it, and we
Yeah.
just inhaled all the
It was
fumes.
fine.
Got
It was,
fucked
they already burnt up.
We got
It's
fucked
fine.
up.
It's fine.
either way. So
But from a 3-Night bat.
all I'm saying is I didn't have those experiences. So, but this is the thing, though. This is the thing, is you didn't die. Somebody
Yeah.
using an Olight did. But that's both of those things are besides the point.
If I had the battery in my mouth, I might have. Like, which is why you don't do that stupid shit.
I do that shit all the time.
We all do. We all do it, but you're not supposed to. Like, yes, I know.
I'm doing that all the time.
We all do.
All day, every day.
Done with Olights. We've all
At least probably 2 to 7 times a day I do that.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's with a small, insignificant flashlight that
Yeah.
even if it blew, I might lose a tooth or something, but like it would just further empower my mullet. So, but like the idea that Olight has murdered people, I think it's honestly directly involved with the Chinese government. But speaking to that though, is like we were discussing with the Oakleys and with the Pit Vipes and with the whatever, is that made in China, not made in China, made in China but assembled in the U.S. Where's the line that we draw, right? I will say this: Streamlight, in and of themselves, I personally believe makes an excellent product.
Yeah.
Price not even considered. When you factor in the price that you can outfit 2 rifles, 2 handguns, a helmet and a handgun, a rifle and a handgun, or whatever, for the price of one Surefire product and get roughly equivalent performance, reliability, whatever the fuck, modernization of mounting options, pressure pads, fucking lights, lasers, IR, whatever the fuck. With that argument, it could almost be argued that they're the best ones doing it. Because it's more than good enough to actually get the job done, and you can afford more of the product, because it's most dudes don't just have one handgun. They don't just have one rifle. They don't just have one shotgun. Or if they do have a fucking handgun, a rifle, and a shotgun, and that's all they got, then boom, for the price of a handgun light, a rifle light, and a shotgun light, you can get 3 Streamlights for the price of 1.5 Surefires.
Yep.
So, and plus they all come with pressure pads. They all come with this, that, and the other thing. They got fucking lights and lasers when the other shit just is a light, or is just IR light, not an IR light and an IR laser. The Streamlight TLR VIR2, the Vampire version.
I don't know, bro. I'm trusting the Pit Vipes, bro.
What?
I'm trusting the Pit Vipes over the
I don't
others
think.
all day, every day. Yeah, bro.
Just because 2 fucking hillbillies fucking torture tested them with a Remington 870 in their backyard Those are the people you trust.
I mean, not just that, but they also have an actual lab that tested them to.
So they say, bro.
It's better than fucking Oakley says.
That is better than what Oakley said.
Like,
It's 100% better than what Oakley said about the whole situation. I don't understand.
Oh,
I don't understand how Oakley themselves can be like. How the fuck?
As well as we found out some other information.
What's
in
that?
the break there? That they're not 100% made in China. They're manufactured in both China and Taiwan,
Okay.
and then assembled in the U.S.
So they say.
Just like Streamlight.
So they say.
Just like Streamlight.
See, but this is the thing with the Streamlight prods, though, is there's a lot of the prods that, like, and this is what we have diluted and circled back to. We're basically Gen Psaki right now.
Yeah.
The fucking, there are definitely products that Streamlight makes that are mostly, as far as the overall composition of the item itself, made in the U.S.
Yeah.
Much like with Surefire, who claims to be, not claims to be, but it's implied to be, mostly as made in the U.S. as it possibly can be. But even with that,
Yeah.
Cree LEDs or whatever type of LED that they're using, you seem to think the reflector and perhaps even the lens are made overseas. I do believe, because of the consistency and the quality, the way that they're threaded, the overall fit and finish, that the tubes, the aluminum tubes and the housings that they are actually building all of their lights inside of are made in the U.S. The mounting apparatus, all of that, which one could argue, because if you look, if you take that and then you look at like a Somo Gear PEC 15 clone that's fully pocked or whatever, or even not fully pocked, but it's giving you real IR laser full power performance, and it's fucking an eighth of the price of the real deal, and it's made in shine, and it still works great, and it's airsoft shit.
Yeah.
Like, there's, I don't know if you've seen any of the vids on it, but it actually is pretty impressive for what it is. I thought about picking one up for like a little fucking training mod or something like that, or just to play, or put it on a spare gun or something, because, like, I don't, whatever. Dude. For the money, dude, the performance, and plus, like, IR light and lasers can, like, melt people's retinas if it's bright enough. Yep. And
they won't even see it.
Yeah. But either way,
just fucked up.
Yeah, well, they'll be coming around me in the dark, my dude. But like, that's what most bad shit happens.
All of a sudden you're just lasing some dude in the eye.
Just laser peeps.
Just lasing the buds.
Have him sit down in a lazy boy first.
Yeah, dude.
Before you laze him in the eye. But
all of a sudden you're just sitting there by the campfire and your eyes just start burning.
Right.
You don't know. You thought it was the smoke at first and you're just going to deal with it, and then all of a sudden you're blind.
It's just like forest demons and shit.
It's fucking...
But either way, the fucking, like, I would say that, again, the fact that even if they were 100%, the parts 100% made in China, which I do believe, much like with Surefire, could be wrong, but much like with Surefire, I would imagine that there are definitely parts made U.S. stateside for Streamlight lights, or at least specific Streamlight lights. The thing that's nice about Streamlight lights is that anybody can buy them. Anybody with money can buy them. Okay, you don't need to be military or law enforcement or whatever. You could just buy them. I could buy the same shit. Unlike who?
Unlike Oakley.
Apparently, dude. I don't even fucking know. I thought I'm pretty sure I've been places and seen M frames on the rack, dude. But either way, I don't know. Maybe it was that fucking Ray O'Haron's. I have no idea. And they'd be like, nah, dude.
Anyway.
So, you know. It's a fucking cult, those motherfuckers. But assembled in America, even if everything, what I was getting at is, even if everything is made in China or fucking Cambodia or wherever the fuck, but they're still employing Americans to assemble them, build them, put them together, quality control, inspect it, whatever it is. And on top of that, the price is still, like I was referencing earlier, the fucking, I don't know if you watched, I'm sure you did, but I don't know if you did for sure. But the PSR, I got nuts. They were using a Streamlight TLR VIR2, making hits out to 300, they said. That's a pistol light that they put on a bolt gun. A suppressed, do it in the dark, dancing ass bolt gun. And that's a handgun light. Yep. So, handgun light laser, infrared. It's got 300 lumens of white light. I have one myself. It's currently resting on my Beretta 92 Brigadier Tactical from Wilson Combat. Beautiful gun. But it's 300 lumens white light. It's X amount of nanometers, or however they measure infrared light. And then it's also got an infrared laser for an aiming device. Yeah. So now, and not only, much like any pistol light pretty much ever made, for the most part, not only can you use it on your handgun, you can clip it to your fucking rifle, and now you have a D-ball for $300 or less. Yep. At least out to 300, which I would argue, right, if not even further. Maybe not the light, because the light is a little bit more spilly, because it is meant for up close and personal, because it's a handgun light. But the laser, at least, if you had exterior lighting conditions enough stars and the moon was out, and fucking you were in a clearing or whatever the fuck it is, you might be able to see that laser for a fucking half mile. I don't fucking know. So, but the idea that you could get it done with that for that amount of money, and yeah, maybe some of the parts are made in China, and maybe some of the parts are made in the U.S., but then they're assembled in the U.S., and they're quality control checked in the U.S., and the whatever the fuck, and plus Streamlight, in my experience, and all experiences, has been an excellent company. Like, I've never had an issue with their product. One time I bought a Streamlight pistol light used, and I just got the light itself with the Glock typical, right? The Glock little insert for the rail. And I called him up. I was like, yo, I just bought this light used. I don't know how much it'd cost me, but I would like to get the little extra rail section so I could put it, like, and you could put a Glock rail light adapter thing on a 1913, but it's a little sloppy. It's not perfect. You got to tighten it down a little bit more, whatever. And they were like, yo, it's in the mail. You don't owe us nothing. Have a great day. Enjoy the product. And that's the only interaction that I've ever called Streamlight customer service for, because every single thing that I've ever owned from them, from a pocket flashlight, either admin, small, tiny, fucking literal keychain nano, all the way up to a handheld fucking whatever the fuck. And then their rifle lights, their handgun lights, their IR shit. I've legitimately never had an issue. Like, they work. They work really well. They do exactly as they're marketed to do. And they're half the price or less of a Surefire. So, much like we're talking about made in America, made in China, assembled in America, whatever the fuck. And then Surefire, much like Oakley in that aspect, more money, still not 100% made in the U.S., and who knows, because they're not going to tell you what parts and pieces are made in the U.S., or what is this, that, and the third from China, or where is it assembled, or whatever. But again, probably the main components to the light body itself, the tube, the whatever, the bezel, the on and off tail caps, the mounting system, that is probably milled and machined in the United States of America. The internal components, like you're saying, PCBs, or fucking, the LEDs, or the reflectors, or perhaps even the lenses, perhaps outsourced to China and whoever else knows. But in theory, the Surefire is more made in the U.S. than the Streamlight. But again, us not knowing what parts that includes, does the upped price tag, because what if they're non-consequential parts? And those are the ones, like you're saying, with the Oakleys or whatever. But I would argue, though, too, much to the antithesis of Oakley, that Surefire has been time tested to be durable, reliable, bomb-proof, whatever. And not to say that the Streamlight has not, because yes, in a military aspect, most of the time people are running Surefires.
Yep.
In a law enforcement aspect, most of the time people are running Streamlights.
Yeah.
One could argue that the military capacity is testing those products a little bit more because they experience a wider variety of constant dangerous situations or
much rougher conditions in those circumstances.
Right. But at the same time, though, compared to daily use, still being used in actual conflict, life or death, gunfights, or whatever the fuck it is, rain, snow, sleet, different temperatures. Most cops, I work in a gun shop, most cops don't know the first fucking thing about a gun, a flashlight, a holster, a fucking, you see, the motherfucker don't know how to put his holster on, dude. And he's a fucking Chicago cop that in theory is going to be dealing with fucking...
How do I put this holster on my belt? The belt loops? Oh, yeah, thanks. I didn't even see those.
And in theory, this dude's fighting like gangbangers with switches on their glizzies every day. So
it's definitely not getting any drug busts.
Right.
Because he ain't seen none of it.
Right. So, right. So, but like that's the thing though, is like they have been tested. And again, when you're talking law enforcement, it's not just your standard beat cop. It's SWAT dudes. It's, door breacher dudes. It's fucking whatever. Like it's still a pretty valid test. And I would argue that most of those dudes, whether intentionally or not, or whether because they're actually doing legit shit or not.
I mean, how often do they drop their guns on the ground?
Right.
In
God
Starbucks
forbid,
or Dunkin' Donuts bathroom,
it's a SIG plastic pistol.
It happens.
Somebody might die in that aspect. But, which is going to be interesting to fucking... I'm going to see what I'm going to fucking order from those motherfuckers to see what the fuck they send me to see. But I'll be like, yo, send me a 229, send me a 226 Legion, send me a STX 1911, send me a, I give a fuck about the 323. I'm worried about my own personal safety at that point. Yeah. But, but like either way, the idea that they're both proven.
They're new, smaller 365, no iron sights.
Right.
And a proprietary, even smaller fucking dot on top.
Right.
That's the size of the iron sights, but now is electronic.
Right. Somehow. Yeah. Who knows? Yeah. We'll test it and
evaluate it. It's like that one thermal in Tarkov where like
Terribly Tactical
you get the viewing port of like this big to look at it.
That's all you need.
They're gonna have.
That's all you need.
It's not gonna be thermal.
If it's glowing, shoot it. Yeah. Who cares what it is? Is what they say. But so, but either way,
it's like, coming. Just wait. Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's fucking.
Either way, that's fine.
We're gonna get rid of iron sights on pistols.
I'm not.
And they're gonna give us red dots that require batteries that are the size of your iron sights. That's what's coming to this world.
Take iron sights off of my pistols or my rifles.
Let's
or my
put
shotguns.
other iron sights on them.
But even then, if they were actually iron or steel or even aluminium, if you want to get fancy, or titanium, or as long as they were fucking metal,
Glock.
Even if they didn't fucking glow, or even if they didn't whatever, as long as they were metal, I probably wouldn't change most of them, because the second you turn a white light on a gun that has tritium night sights, you barely see the tritium. The tritium is only good in like low light, but in no light you're fucked because you can't line it up anyway. And you're supposed to shoot off the hard 90 degree equal height, equal light. I did that wrong. Equal light, equal height. It's equal height, equal light is how the saying goes, but I did the hand movements wrong. But like if it's centered up in the rear post and it's even across the top and there's equal amount of space in between on the sides and you don't jerk the trigger, that bullet is going to go where it needs to go. Whether you have glowing orbs inside of those sight posts or not, A lot of people will use a fiber optic sight because it will still naturally gather the light, even if you're illuminating the light yourself and glow. But they're a little bit more fragile, far more fragile, I would argue, than a traditional night sight.
Yep.
And then a lot of people nowadays are running just straight blacked out steel sights because, yeah, you're just shooting off the hard 90-degree edges anyway. Makes sense. But also, I do myself very much prefer a blacked out rear, no matter what kind of sighting system, but a gold bead front sight.
Yeah.
And an actual gold bead front sight. A lot of places will do brass, which works similarly, but is not nearly as lustrous, and it's not nearly as classy.
And it tarnishes a lot easier.
It does tarnish a lot easier, which makes it more dull over time, a lot more quickly. But it doesn't break or crack like a fiber optic. It doesn't expire like a tritium sight. It's still inside of a metal housing, so even if that gold bead wasn't there, you still have a sight picture. And on top of that, the fact that it is, even in low light or even no light conditions, if you catch a glint off a fucking star from fucking 87,000 miles away, you could still see something.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it costs a little bit more. Yeah, it's fucking old school, whatever, but it fucking works. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But either way, I'm fine.
Some dude's gonna mug you for the fucking gold ball in the front of your gun.
Right. Well, fucking, if he's getting a gold ball off the front of my gun, I didn't do my job. So, but the idea, though, that if it ain't broke, don't fix it, leads us back to, yes, Streamlight is at least somewhat made in China, but claims to be completely assembled in the U.S. Yeah. And in some of their models, especially their higher end models, especially their more tactical oriented models, I would argue are probably more made in the U.S. And I don't know this for sure. They could be completely made in China, dude. Holosun is completely made in China, makes excellent products. But either way, they're more than acceptable quality, a really, really good price, and at least they're somewhat manufacturing in the United States. And then when you get to something like Surefire, which is twice the price or more, probably using mostly the same technology to an extent, even though if it is slightly better, it's not that much better for the extra money, realistically speaking. And yeah, you got the name, you do have the track record, because I do believe that they've proven themselves, but at the same time believe that Streamlight has more than proven themselves.
Yeah.
And then you have examples like I have, the Holosun LS321G, or R, or whatever color you want. That, in and of itself, brings you far more value, far more performance than even a Steiner I.S.R.A, D-ball I.S.R.A, the I2, whatever you want to call it. You get more features. You get the same, if not slightly better, performance. And it's more durable, even a lot of people say.
Yeah.
And that's an American-made product, or mostly American-made product, because you'd have to assume that whatever LED technology that China can produce, because they don't have FDA laws or whatever the fuck it is, or at least to the same extent that we do, that, whatever. But you could also get on Ivan the Bear and buy some fucking Clash shit, some Zenico shit and it's full power. And yeah, you ain't got a warranty, but it's a real military laser. Yep. But, either way, neither here nor there. I think that, because, again, back to the TLR VIR2, 300 yards for $300 or less in the dark. Probably more, but that's on a conservative estimate, at least 300 yards. Most of the time, when you're doing fucking CQB, like everybody wants to fucking train and practice for, it's well within 300 yards. So you'd be all right. The same equivalent Surefire product that matches, I don't even know outdoes, but matches the performance and the capabilities of that Streamlight product is $1,200. And so if it is realistically, as much as it possibly can be made in the U.S., and even if it just outperforms it a little bit, or if it matches the quality, but is that much more made in the U.S., I personally am the type of person that is willing to pay for it. But at the same time, if I can outfit 3 to 5 night vision guns with illumination and designation capabilities for the same amount of money as 1 or 2 of the other ones, and they work quantifiably, approximately, well within the margins of one or another the same, you'd be an idiot not to. Because even if it's not you who is using these things all at once, oh, you only got 2 hands, at most you could only hold 2 guns, and realistically that's not even practical because you want to have a, of course. But I could, here you go, here you go, here you go. And now the only people that can see this shit is us, in theory, depending on what we're doing and who we're doing it against or in defense of or whatever the fuck. So the sad reality of it all, moral to the story, is that most things are mostly made in China. Walmart, the most wretched hide of scum and villainy, it's like Tatooine, dude, used to pride themselves on made in America products. And now they're selling American flags made in China, dude. Everything we use, everything we touch, everything we interact on, everything, not everything, but in the grand scheme, most things are fucking made in China, dude. And so while I try and be selective and spend my money here as much as possible because I believe in it, because I know it's better, and even if it's not better, it gives me pride of ownership to know that, hey, we fucking made this shit.
Yep.
You know? I do that as much as I possibly can. But to do it wholeheartedly in today's day and age, as much as it kills me and pains me to say this, damn near impossible, if not impossible. So when it comes down to it, if we are outsourcing our futures, because that's really what we're banking on, buying this equipment to prolong our future, to extend our future, to extend our lifespan, our survival, or whatever, because this is life and liberty, life and death kit. Like, it's utmost important. It has to work when it needs to work. When it comes down to it, politics aside, where it's made or not aside, money aside, I think regardless across the board, Streamlight and Surefire for handhelds, weapon lights, any type of illumination device are literally the end-all be-all for now. People with mod light and cloud defense and whatever the fuck you want to say about it, the only reason they exist is because Surefire and Streamlight exist, although most of them are copying Surefire designs and are Surefire compatible.
Yeah, they're Surefire clones. That's all they are.
Exactly.
Surefire
But they also
clones.
Claim to be mostly made in America or all made in America or whatever.
You know, depending
Right.
what
So
you believe there.
who knows? And some of them are more money, some of them are less money. But I would argue all of those exterior companies are far, far less proven. And regardless of what your favorite Instagram operator wants to say about it, it's Streamlight or Surefire for me across the board.
Yeah.
Because they've been around, they've proven themselves, they've made it happen, and it continues to happen, and my own experience with their products. And so for me, while they might not be the highest speed and lowest drag or the latest and greatest or the whatever the fuck, I know what I'm getting, and I'm guaranteed to be getting what I have paid money to get. And when you're betting life and liberty on such things, I think it's worth it. Especially, again, you can get a Streamlight TLR1 HL 1000 lumen light, high candela light, reliable, beautiful light, very compatible with all types of holsters and fucking this, that, and the third for less than $150. The same equivalent performance light from Surefire is literally $300.
Yeah.
Or close enough to it. I could have 2 handguns with night fighting capabilities for the price of 1 with a Surefire, and the Streamlight I don't think is any worse. I prefer the Surefire actuation buttons.
Yeah.
I prefer probably the Surefire finish and the housing build quality.
Yeah.
But I've never had a Streamlight break. I have to take a piss. So after this quick break, we're going to come back.
I think we should probably cut it here anyway.
I know, but I have to piss right now, and I'm the one that's got to do the outro.
I got the outro, bro.
Okay.
I
Well,
got
I'm gonna
it.
go piss.
I got it.
You did the
We
outro.
don't even need you, bro.
That's right. Well, I quit the podcast anyway,
quit.
so.
Get the fuck out of my house.
Anyway.
You leave that though.
No, fuck. I'm taking the Orbeez, man.
Yeah. Leave this. Take the Orbeez gun. It's fine. All right. So I think this is episode 72. We still haven't mentioned that yet. We didn't at the beginning, at least. But I'm tired of fucking dealing with computer issues because every time we've had it cut so far than the first one, it's because the computer completely crapped out and died when black fucking shut off. Pain in the ass. Don't know what the fuck's going on there. But thanks for watching. Please check our links in the description box below. We do have our merch still running, though nobody ever buys it, which I understand why. Don't blame you. But please check it out. Like, share, comment, subscribe.